Getting canceled. An online influencer's worst nightmare. Just the thought of losing all your followers, all of your hard work overnight in a snap because of one singular incident.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
But is getting canceled really a bad thing? Well, that's what I want to talk about in this video because I found some interesting data that says that getting canceled may actually help, not hurt, your YouTube career. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee McLemore. If you are new to the channel, I make content over a wide variety of topics, but in this video I want to talk about how getting canceled may actually help your YouTube career. So if you think you'll find any kind of value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you tap that like button down there until it turns blue, as it would really warm my heart and would allow my videos to reach a larger audience.
No.
But with that being said, let's get right into the video on how getting canceled may actually help your YouTube career. So as I was laying in the bed scrolling on insider.com, I found this interesting article that had a ton of data about how getting canceled boosts their YouTube career. And when I was reading, I felt that more people needed to know about this. So that's where the idea of this video came up. But to start the video off, many people may not even know what being canceled even means. Basically, the cancel culture is a fairly recent thing. It is an online phenomenon characterized by people being called out and publicly shamed for their problematic behavior. Now already right there, that sounds like something I never want to happen to me, regardless of what any data says, but let's keep pushing forward. The phenomenon of being canceled typically happens to influencers or celebrities as they are held to a higher standard in terms of what they do on a day-to-day basis. I mean, celebrities and influencers literally have their every move watched by their subscribers and their followers. They are expected to be immortal and human and guilty of no flaws. As we know, this is not true, but there have been some circumstances where there have been some legitimate cancellations over some celebrities' problematic behaviors. Some of the influencers I'm going to mention in this video particularly are James Charles and the Paul brothers. I recently made a video about how much money Logan Paul would make in his boxing match against Floyd Mayweather in 2021, and I also made another video correcting the math in that video on how much money he would make. So after this video, go check out those two videos as I think they are pretty interesting, even though I do make a few mistakes. And the reason why I'm mentioning James Charles and the Paul brothers in this video is that their channels and YouTube career have actually benefited from their cancellation episodes rather than being hurt. However, some other relatively smaller YouTubers like Tati Westbrook and Laura Lee hit a huge wall in terms of growth after they were canceled because of the way that they reacted to being canceled, in contrast to the way the Paul brothers and James Charles reacted. So before we get into their specific situations, how is the idea of being canceled actually beneficial to a channel? Well, that has everything to do with controversy and drama. As many people may know, the more drama you have around your name, the more controversy around you, the more different that you can be from the normal person, the more eyes will be on you, and the more traction you can gain in any sort of social media sphere. That is mainly because celebrities are expected to be someone different, someone not normal, someone on top of a pedestal that everyone can look up at. And to do this, they can't really be like everyone else. So they have to have some polarizing ideas, not necessarily negative, but they have to have something that makes them either talented or different. So let's look at James Charles first.
Hi, sisters!
A little over a year and a half ago, in May 2019, James Charles was involved in one of the most drama-packed, controversial incidents in YouTube history. It was so bad, in fact, that it was labeled Dramageddon, and for good reason. So back in May 2019, beauty gurus Jeffree Star and Tati Westbrook alleged that James Charles had hurt Westbrook vitamin supplement business and also was a sexual predator on heterosexual boys. What? Because of this single incident, James Charles lost 1.9 million subscribers on YouTube, which was the worst drop in subscribers in YouTube history. However, after a few days when James Charles responded to Westbrook and Star's allegations, the tables began to turn dramatically. And because of how James Charles refuted the allegations that was against him, both Star and Westbrook came out and apologized publicly to James Charles. And within a year and a half, James Charles not only regained the subscribers that he lost of the 2 million, but he also surprised Jeffree Star and Westbrook's subscriber count by a pretty large margin. As of the day of recording this video, James Charles has about 25 million subscribers, with Jeffree Star being at 17 million and Tati Westbrook being at about 10 million. Let's take a look at this graph so you can see exactly what I mean. So if you look at this graph, what I really want you to focus on is James Charles as the blue line. You can see that right in the middle of the graph, the impact of Dramageddon that had on his channel when he lost the 2 million subscribers. And also you can see the impact of Westbrook's channel where she got an influx of support after releasing her video about James Charles. But what I want you to really focus on is the trend after Dramageddon happened. After Dramageddon happened, James Charles began to increase his subscriber count, while both Westbrook and Star began to see a decline over the next 2 years in subscriber count. Now, if you're thinking that this is just because of their particular situation, then I got another scenario for you. Now let's talk about two YouTubers who may have one of the most negative reputations here on YouTube. And you already may know who I'm talking about, but that's the Paul brother, Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Now, Jake Paul and Logan Paul have always been a little bit controversial in a sense. They never really wanted to be the teacher's pet style YouTuber. But one of the most notorious incidents in the Paul brothers' careers came back in 2017 when Logan recorded himself finding a dead body and then posting it on YouTube. Because of this, he had his channel suspended, suspended and then reinstated. And recently, Jake Paul has also been facing some controversy after he was seen partying in the midst of a coronavirus pandemic. Another incident came when the Paul brothers got raided by the FBI after Jake recorded himself hanging out in the Arizona mall as it was being looted.
Oh my God!
So obviously the Paul brothers are not new or even shy towards the face of controversy. But despite being allegedly canceled multiple times, the Paul brothers just won't go away. In fact, they seem to seek out and thrive on major scandals as it seems to help their YouTube career. Let's take a look at this graph, for example. This graph shows the subscriber growth for both Jake and Logan Paul from January 2018. At the number 3 on the red line on the graph is when Logan notoriously recorded himself finding that dead body. And at number 2 on the graph is when YouTube suspended Logan's ad revenue for 2 weeks and banned him from the trending page for 90 days. Now this is definitely a big deal for big YouTubers, but you gotta be a pretty big influencer for YouTube to ban you from the trending page if you get there so often and something like this happens. And later on at number 1 on the graph, you can see Jake's first professional boxing match. But what I want to take away from this graph is that even after controversy after controversy after controversy, the Paul brothers just seem to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And no matter what they do, they just won't go away. And I believe that this is because of one main reason. No YouTuber can ever be fully canceled if they continue to create content. What do I mean by this? Well, when some other smaller creators were quote unquote canceled and they reacted in a negative way to the public pressure by stop creating content, by changing their personality, by walking away from social media in general, that is the only time where you can truly be canceled. But James Charles and the Paul brothers reacted in a completely different way. They continue to create content, they continue to be themselves, and they continue to be a personality on YouTube. And because of this, the cancellation was able to drive traffic to their channels and get people who have never heard of them in the past to actually be subscribed and viewing their new content, even if they don't totally agree with what they did in the past. Now, I'll be honest, I did not know who James Charles was before Dramageddon, even though he had over 10 million subscribers. But after Dramageddon gained so much hype, it was hard to not know who James Charles was. And that is the exact reason why content creators benefit from drama and controversy, because they get new eyes on their content. And also, with that being said, the biggest creators are the hardest ones to cancel, because as a fan base grows and become more loyal, it is unlikely that the creator will stop getting support altogether and just stop making content on social media in general. Because if a creator has 20 million subscribers and loses 2 million, they still have an 18 million subscriber fan base that they can monetize and make a great living from. But with all that being said, I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about the concept of being canceled and the concept of it actually benefiting your channel. I know that this can seem a little bit shady, that you're actually trying to create fake drama in order to get more eyes on your content, but that is certainly not always the case. So leave a comment down below, as I like to read and respond to every single one of them. Also, if you found any kind of value in this video, I really appreciate it if you smash the like button for your boy. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more content like this, then hit that subscribe button, as I will be uploading a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in 2021. But with all that being said, I really hope you did like this video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.